So this is my Benelli BN125, and today's video is going to answer the question, is this a good beginner bike? It's a 125cc, obviously BN125, made in China, but designed by Italians. It used to be an Italian brand, but I'm pretty sure, I don't know the full backstory of it, but it is made in China now. My engine says so. But today's video will tell you, is this going to be a good beginner bike for you? And short and quick answer is, so far, yes. I absolutely love this bike. I have done 1,200 miles on it so far. Yep, just hit 1,200 miles on it. So I've had this bike for quite a while, got it at the start of October, ridden it quite a fair bit, as you can see. But 1,200 miles in, I've had no issues. But this video will tell you today if this is a good beginner bike. It's got an 11 horsepower engine, 11 brake horsepower engine. I'm not quite sure on the torque, but I'll make sure to show a screenshot of the specs of it. The brakes are really good quality. It's got combined braking system. The only problems I've had with this bike so far is after I've crashed it. As you can see, my handlebar is rusted here, so that's fantastic. And my brake lever did snap in half, but I replaced it with this one. I have got a matching clutch one, I just haven't put it on yet. I had to get a handlebar replacement, so just keep that in mind. These handlebars are not the stock ones, these are aftermarket ones because I had to get new ones put on. Let's do a quick sound test of the bike. This bike is very comfortable to sit on. I'm 5'5", as you can see. I'm not the tallest of people. Never have been, never will be. I'm probably not going to grow anymore. I'm 19, almost 20. There's no point. There's nowhere near growing, but I'm 5'5". No idea what my inseam is, but this is how I sit on it. The seat height is 770 millimeters. I'll leave it on screen what that is in inches, but as you can see, I've got quite a leg bend on this. It's definitely built for shorter riders. It's very, very friendly to get onto it. Very comfortable to sit on. The riding positions like this. My feet, it's not very aggressive. It's a naked, not going to be aggressive. But very comfortable to sit on. The mirrors are really, really good. I can see quite a lot out of them, but that might be just because I'm short. So if you're over 6 foot, this bike might not be for you. So there's no point getting it. You might look at something taller. But this is perfect for shorter people. The fuel economy on this is fantastic. I get about 150 to 200 mile range on this, but depends on how I ride. If I'm going on quite a spirited ride with my friend, or just on my own going out, it will last about 150 miles. But if I only use it to go to work or just go to the shop, it will last for about 200 miles, maybe even a bit longer. I don't really empty the tank. It gets to the last 2 bars, and then I fill it up. It costs about £12 to £15, depending on how empty it is to fill all the way up to the top, and it lasts a while. It's quite cheap. And that's with E5, never put E10 in it. I will never put E10 in it, always E5. But this bike is fantastic, happy with it so far. So let's go on a ride, and I'll tell you how it is. So we're out on the road now. As you can see, a nice sunny day for a change. It's never sunny in the UK, especially as of late. It's been absolutely appalling. I've been waiting to do this video for a while, just waiting for the weather to be nice, but you can see the roads are wet. It wasn't forecast rain, but about an hour ago it did rain, so that really annoyed me. But as I mentioned before, the ergonomics on this bike is absolutely very comfortable. I love sitting on this bike. It doesn't hurt my back whatsoever. I never feel any strain, or I'm never uncomfortable on it. But that might be just because I'm short and it is a short bike, so keep that in mind if you are a taller rider. But for me, this is perfect. I'm sat almost perfectly upright. You might be able to see it in my shadow. The mirrors, perfect. I don't think the camera will pick up how good they actually are, but for my eyes, they're perfect. I can see perfectly fine out of them. Pulling power, actually quite good. So let's drop a gear. For a 125, I wouldn't say it's too bad, but it's obviously not, it's not on the higher end class 125s either. It's got 11 brake horsepower, where compared there's 15, 14 horsepower bikes. But this is plenty just to commute about, get to work, see your friends, go to school. I think that's where this bike really shines, just as a perfect small commuter beginner bike. And it's very, very forgiving. This bike is very confidence inspiring. I crashed the bike and I lost all my confidence when I crashed it. But about a month later, I was perfectly fine back on the roads. As if I never crashed, I built my confidence back up. This bike is very, very forgiving. If you want to find out how I crashed, watch this video. I explained in that video how I crashed the bike. Was not a fun time, very scary time. But the clutch is very, very light on this bike. And so is the throttle. The throttle is very light along with the clutch. So nice shifting gears. The shift lever is also quite light, so shifting and downshifting has never really been easier. It's very comfortable for me. This is my very first geared bike. I did try a moped, my friend's moped. I'll show you a few videos that he took of me now. And on my CBT, I did do a 50cc automatic, and then about a month later, I bought this bike. I bought it brand new, and brand new it cost me $2,800. So it's quite cheap because it's made in China, so it's going to be quite cheap, and that might bring up concerns of quality issues. But so far, bike itself, I've not had any issues with the bike itself. I've only had user error issues like crashing it and then not knowing how to control it properly. But I'm a better rider now. But the bike itself has been perfectly fine. No issues with the engine, no issues with the brakes, no issues with the gearbox, nothing so far. Fuel economy is perfect on this bike, and rev matching is very fun on it because of how light the clutch and gear shifter is. It's very, very nice and satisfying to do it on. As you can see, kind of slam the brakes limp. And it's quite easy to do hill starts on this. The biting point's quite large, so it's not really easy to stall this either. I did stall it when I first got it, but it is quite hard to try stall it. You have to let the clutch out very far to stall it. I'm not going to show you that, that's embarrassing, but oh, there's loads of bikers here. Hello, bikers. Might overtake this car. I want to catch up to them. Oh, I can smell the petrol though. I think they've got mopeds. Yeah, they're all the mopeds. Jesus Christ. But it does rust fairly easily. I've got quite bad rusting problems on this, but I have put rush guard on it now. And I did say that it's got 11 horsepower. That is an issue I've got with this bike. Pulling power, it's got none. I know it's a 125, and people you've got to comment, oh, it's just a 125, it's just a 125. I know, but the 11 horsepower, especially up hills, it's shit. It's absolutely shocking how bad uphill this is. I have to go in second or third gear to even keep 30 mile an hour half the time. And especially when I'm trying to warm the bike up, because where I work, the hill is right after I pull out of work. So it's quite bad. I don't really want to be at 8,000-9,000 RPM to keep a solid speed. And another issue I have, there's quite a lot of sag in the throttle. I'll show you when I'm not in traffic. But there's quite a bit of delay in the throttle because of how much sag there is. But watch. There's quite a lot of sag in this throttle, so it's not the greatest throttle ever, but a bit of delay. My full hand movement's like that, and then I start getting a little bit of power. So that's another problem I have with it. But apart from those three things, or four, I forgot where I'm up to, but it's quite alright. It's probably I'm glad I went for this bike, because I was going to get a second-hand Japanese bike, and a lot of people say I should have done that anyway. But the Benelli, Benelli as a Chinese car brand, or not car brand. Here we go. Here's the hill. Oh, now it's pulling. Gear 4, 40 mile an hour, but I'm full throttle. This, yeah, it won't go any faster than that unless I drop a gear, but it's already high in the RPM. The Benelli Italian heritage, so I've not really had an issue with it so far, even though it is made in China, but no quality issues as of yet, besides the rusting. But I would not trust a Lex Moto at all. So this is probably one of the better Chinese brands you could go for. If you're going to look for a brand new Chinese, or even second-hand Chinese, I'd go for a Benelli BN. I just trust this far more than... Why are you there, mate? Cheeky little pull, cheeky little pull. That was nice. That was very nice. Seeing him in fluorescent green really scared me. I thought that was police. I think everyone's police though. I don't trust any of these cars, they scare me. Can't really get into a lot of trouble on a 125, but in the wrong zone, and especially on a 30 road, you can get into a bit of trouble if you're not careful. So when you are riding, just be sensible. That's all I say. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I convinced you to get a BN125. I really love this bike, and I think you would too if you rode one. They're very comfortable, they're very fun, and they're very nippy. But just keep in mind the little problems I have with it, and it's probably not for the taller riders. But I hope I convinced you in some way, or at least improved your view on this bike. I love this bike, I'm pretty sure you would, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys in the next motor vlog. See ya.